Okay, so this is episode 3.5. I did promise a follow-up on the tyres once I'd fitted them onto the bike, and I've had obviously quite a few people ask that question in the comments section, so I thought I'd just do a very quick video to talk about the difference now that I've changed the tyres. I've got a smaller back wheel. In essence, the smaller back wheel will make no difference because the wider tyre is also taller, and that's the reason I did that. So you've got the same overall diameter. It doesn't change the gearing at all. I quite like the gearing on this bike. I didn't want to try to mess around with that. The tyre is, I think, 15% wider, but it's kind of like half or 0.1% difference in overall diameter. So in that sense, nothing's changed. All we've gone is a bit fatter, and it's the same with the front. I've gone from a 190 to a 110/80, so again, same overall dimensions. So let's just have a quick chat about what difference it makes. And the first thing I can say immediately is that it's improved the comfort. I think one thing that I found with those Phantoms, and I found the same on my Street Twin when I had that, is that they are very hard tyres. They are, I guess, designed to last a long time. So to build that longevity into them, they've made them from a harder compound. Obviously you've got more air volume in these tyres, so straight away it's made it more of a comfortable ride. Feels almost like the suspension settings have been tweaked slightly, and it makes that much difference. And whilst we're talking about those Phantoms, I never liked them on my Street Twin and on this as well. And I found that I didn't really trust them in the wet, but they also tramlined a lot, and that was the biggest issue I had with them, is that on roads like this they'd be finding the grooves and pulling the bike all over the place. The OEM Phantoms that come on those bikes are not the same as the Pirelli Phantom Sports that you'd buy over the counter. They're made in a different factory. I think they're really essentially, apart from the tread pattern, quite a different tyre, and it seems strange that Pirelli would do that. A lot of people don't like them and have had bad experiences on them, so they naturally say, well, those Pirelli Phantoms are terrible. But I imagine if you bought a set off the shelf, it'd be quite a different experience. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We are talking about the Dunlop Mutants that I've got on here now. Bike feels, whether it's psychological or not, a little bit more planted. Obviously we've got a fatter rubber both front and back, but the thing that I notice more is how much better it now rolls into corners. The whole cornering experience is a big improvement. Obviously the Mutants are a softer compound than the tyres that were on there, so they do feel grippier, so not just giving you extra comfort in that sense. The bike is still manoeuvrable, responsive. This has definitely improved things. I've got much more confidence on the grip, and the front end actually feels more stable, and that's an easy swap if you just want to improve the handling and get a little bit more feel out of that front end. Then going to a 110/80 tyre on the front, I think, is a really good choice. Now of course it's not only cornering where the fatter tyre is going to help, it's also going to assist with braking. You have got, maybe only marginal, but I have got a bigger contact patch on the road now. Now obviously nothing's changed about the brakes, but you've just got that little bit more meat on the road when it comes to braking. So am I happy that I made the change? Most definitely yes. Going to the 17-inch wheel just gave me extra choice when it came to tyres, and that's something obviously that is now sat with this bike. So at some point down the line I want to go for something different. I've still, I think, got a broader range of tyres that I can choose from. I think the bike is nicer to ride. I've got more confidence in its handling, I've got more confidence in its braking. There's some extra comfort there. I think these Dunlop Mutants are very nice looking tyres as well. They've got a really decent tread pattern on them. Having a tyre that works better in wet conditions and is a softer compound and is wider, hands down a much better option for me. I think changing the tyres on these bikes are a good, cheap or inexpensive way to improve them. I am probably going to play around with the suspension at some point on this bike, mainly because, one, I don't necessarily like the piggyback shocks on it, not from the performance of the shocks, but on a retro bike like this I think having gold gas canister piggybacks doesn't really work. I'd want to go for something much more slimline, much more traditional. Let's just have a quick look around these tyres so you can see them a bit better. Still plenty of room there under the mudguard. But just that overall fatter look, I think improves it no end. You can also hear that slightly more rasp from the exhaust with the DNA filter, which does worry me that when my new exhausts finally do arrive, they're going to be a bit noisy. I will see. So yeah, in general, big improvement for me, more comfortable, better confidence, better grip, all round. Definitely a job worth doing. I'm really pleased with it, and if you've got any other questions, if there's something that I've not covered that you wanted to know, just let me know in the comment section down below. If you're not a subscriber, it would be fantastic if you can click that subscribe button, and also that means you're going to be able to follow on with all of the extra episodes of the Interceptor project as they come through. And all that leaves me to say is, until next time, thanks for watching, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.